we'll go ahead and keep it going with New York, specifically with the Jets. They happen to be your biggest faller, going from 12th to 28 spots. Is it? I know there's a but. I've heard some significant Aaron Rodgers buzz, and I can't really reveal how I heard it because my pal Darren Smith, I was on with him yesterday at San Diego Radio, and he was like, sources close to the station. He texted me later and told him how it's it's an interesting way, but like Rodgers, Rodgers sounds like he really wants to come back. Do you buy that, Pete? And would that affect your ranking of the Jets at all? Is it just the putrid offense that caused them to fall 8 spots?
Well, it's a putrid offense that caused them to fall 8 spots, but let's not forget he's still a 40-year-old man coming off an Achilles when he does get back.
Yeah.
Is it worth the risk? That's the question. If he truly is going to play next year, which it sounds like he's going to, is it worth the risk to take the chance this year that something else happens again? And so I think that's a legitimate question. I can't see. I think this is all crap. I don't think he's coming back that fast. It's just impossible to me. I can't see it happening.
Here's the other thing. Let's say he's healthy and the doctors clear him and he can come back in week 16 and this team has 5 wins. Do you want to come back to that behind that offensive line and get your ass kicked when, to Pete's point, you can just wait till September and sort of start over?
Yeah, I think, Breach, it would be a situation where, to me, what he's doing is sort of I think he's trying to do not a passive aggressive, but like a secondary sort of motivational tactic to try and he's trying to get this. He's hoping this team will be motivated. He's hoping he wants to keep hope alive, and hopefully the Jets will knowing that he might come back. I can see Aaron Rodgers thinking that.
I think all three of you are right. I think that is definitely the motivational tactic, Brinson, where if he keeps saying that, the team is going to play inspired football, thinking, hey, we could get Aaron Rodgers back at the end of the season, and if we get to the playoffs, he's going to be our quarterback. Maybe we could beat someone in the playoffs. I think Pete's right that even if he was 100% healthy and he gets cleared on Christmas Day, you cannot play him the final 2 weeks of the season if the Jets are out of playoff contention. You just can't put him out there. It would make zero sense. And I think Wilson's right. So I think that what you have here is that it would be stunning if Aaron Rodgers played. I would say there's a 0% chance he plays before Christmas. And do you think the Jets can stay in contention? There's only 2 weeks after Christmas. Will they still be in contention then? And then if they are and he gets cleared, but they're not in the playoffs, say they're in the 8th or 9th spot, that's when the questions come up. Do you say, all right, we're throwing Aaron Rodgers out there for the final 2 weeks and risk injury? Or do we just say, all right, Aaron, I'm going to wrap you up and we'll see you next season?
I also think it's worth noting that they could, when you get into December, if they're sort of in that playoff hunt, that they could activate the 21-day practice window for him to come off of IR, even if they didn't think he was actually going to come off of IR, and let it ride out as long. They could use that 3-week window to, again, just motivational, trying to help this team, believe that if he comes back, they could get Aaron Rodgers for a playoff run.
If they were in the NFC, you could possibly see him coming back at the end of the year, because who's going to be the last wild card team in the NFC? That's
Vikings
a question.
Right now. Yeah.
Right now, yeah. And so I do think in the NFC it would be relevant, but I don't think in the AFC it is.
Well, here's how you know that the Jets have no chance. They're the only team in human history that didn't allow the Chargers to charger it in the fourth quarter. The Chargers actually dominated that game from start to finish.
And the Chargers tried to charger.
Yeah, and they kept trying, and the Jets said, no, we're good. Here's another fumble. Please take it. Yet, Pete, you have the Chargers dropping from 14th to 15th. Are you concerned about franchise quarterback Justin Herbert, who over the last 4 games now is off target on his throws as frequently as Zach Wilson?
Okay.
Would you take Tua over Justin Herbert today?
No. Hell no. Hell no.
So stubborn.
Hell to the no.
So he gave a hell to the no.
First off,
you say hell to the no.
Could you imagine Justin Herbert with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill?
So many excuses.
Nobody runs on that team. Who runs? Who can run on the Chargers? Who has speed on the Chargers? Seriously.
Josh Palmer's hurt. He just went out.
Yeah, and Mike Williams is hurt. Jalen Guyton, that's it.
Jalen Guyton can run.
They have nothing.
Darius Davis can run. Quentin Johnston can run.
Wait, you're talking about 2 rookies and the guys that do nothing. What are you talking about?
What year is
One's a punt returner, basically, and the other guy is a big receiver who hasn't adjusted to the NFL game yet. Come on.
All right. Well, you dropped them and you love Justin Herbert. So what's going on there? They won the game.
Well, dropping the Chargers is always easy just through the Staley factor.
They won.
Yeah.
They didn't make any mistakes.
Yeah.
They didn't make any mistakes. Just the third team since
What, they have
2000.
200 yards of offense last night?
Yeah, not even
Yeah.
200 yards, 191. Third team since 2000 to win a game by at least 21 points with
Come
under
on,
200 yards
it's
of offense.
bad.
That's
And the
why great
offensive
coaching.
line was whipped last night. They got whipped. They missed their center. And I don't know when he's coming back. He's got the heart condition, and they're concerned about that. So I don't know when he's coming
They had 6 punts in their first 7 possessions.
back. They were bad on offense.
Great,
Look,
some great
Keenan Allen's a
graphics.
great receiver, but he doesn't scare anybody down the field.
Some great graphics from our research team that Harry's putting up in the past few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/NFL on CBS, make sure and hit the like button if you're watching. Fewest total yards in a 21+ point win since 2000. That last night's Chargers team, the Monday night Chargers team, checks in at number 3, 191 behind only the 2018 Bears and the 2001 Jets, who pulled it off. Also, like, I don't know if Harry, if you get it back up, I found these like mind blowing. The one where it's like the fewest offensive touchdowns in the first 8 weeks of the season through over the last 5 years. The 2020 Jets have 7. The 2023 Jets had 8. The 2023 Giants have 8, and the 2019 Jets have 8. I mean,
A lot of scoring in New York these days. In the last 5 years.
you guys saw more scoring on Friends than you did with the Jets and the Giants. Hey, all right. Anyway,
But you know what? You looked up the numbers, and Zach Wilson, what did he finish with? 260 something last night, or something along those lines?
That was the fourth quarter, sort of throwing it down.
Yeah,
the
it was
field.
garbage time.
Yeah.
Also, that's the other thing too. Like, I mean, I'm not saying Zach Wilson is getting an unfair shake here, but boy, Aaron Rodgers behind that offensive line, hey, with a bad
That's the other
Achilles.
thing.
The
So
line is bad.
you come back and you're healthy. You're going to be healthy for 15 minutes, and then you're going to be right
There's a
back.
lot of lines that are bad.
Yeah.
The offensive line play is awful.
So pretty quickly before Breach asks the next important question, Chargers make the playoffs?
You know, we had to send that graphic in, and I didn't have them making the playoffs. No.